I'm Alex Quinlan. I'm a lecturer in the English department. The first assignment was an AI-assisted literature review, where students used a sequence of AI tools in order to help them navigate databases in the humanities as part of a research project for the Brock Scholars Humanities first year experience course. The second assignment is one for the same course where they will be using Claude, the ethical generative AI tool, in order to help drafting, in the early stages of drafting of that same project, that same research assignment. Well, there are several. The first one is, as I mentioned, the way in which AI use is stigmatized and therefore becomes a really problematic point of division between professors and students within the classroom. If students feel drawn to use these, they feel as though they are using something that's illicit and therefore has to be hidden. And that fact alone does a lot to alienate students from their professors, I think. And so that to me is the number one challenge, is what does the mere existence of these tools do to the dynamic within the classroom and the way that professors and students are interacting with one another. Because if we fall into the trap of trying to police our students, then we're no longer trying to draw out of them something, we're trying to catch them doing something wrong. Those are two fundamentally opposed processes, if you ask me. So that's the number one challenge. What I hope for is that it will do for the humanities what the calculator did for physics, right? That it will take a lot of the menial tasks of it, a lot of the small detail-oriented mechanical aspects of what we do in the humanities and automate them so that our students can focus their attention on the questions that are really at the heart of the enterprise. And we're not here to talk about comma slices. We're here to talk about the big questions of human existence, our destiny, such as it is. So if there's a tool that can help my students express their thoughts clearly, and I don't have to spend an hour talking about comma splices, is something lost? Some of my colleagues would argue yes, right? We have to know this and we have to understand why. But I suppose I'm one who's more for the spirit of the enterprise, right? And I feel like at their best, these tools will make the world of the humanities, of this particular way of approaching the world, more accessible to a broader range of students. Continuing to stay up to date on the ways in which generative AI is interacting with my discipline, and applying those lessons to what I do in the classroom as much as possible. Again, so that as these tools emerge in a useful way, I'll be capable and able, right, and willing, right, to provide assistance in using them to my students, right? I want to be someone who helps them grow within this changing world, rather than someone who shelters them from it or tries to put a padlock on the gate to their opportunity.